The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week:
15 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Levis sets up to throw here. That one's taken in by Spears. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Mike 49!
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And no room to run. Might have gotten a yard, that's all. Second down.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis.
It's caught here by Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Mike 90, Mike 90.
Pollard, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Like 54, like 54.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Pollard one more time.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And they'll run it here.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Achane. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll go. Achane. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Here we go.
Now here's a give to Spears. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Levis back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Hut!
Now Levis. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Right 13.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Right 13.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Still going inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Ready.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense set to go again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He hits Adams, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
Like 5-4. Odd. Like.
Play action now. Levis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Hey, come on, come on. Here.
Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Levis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Like 54.
Levis looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And into the end zone for the Tennessee touchdown. Tajay Spears from 8 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And they'll go on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down the right sideline. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Levis to throw it. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And Levis tosses his third interception of the game. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. Calvin Ridley, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Bryce Young, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive... First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Yeah.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
That's taken on the 25. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw again on 2nd down.
Levis. Cockrell holds it in left side.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38, Levis. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Adams.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
4th down, Levis. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
On 2nd and goal, Levis.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Traylon Burks
From 8 yards out.
And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set to go. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a... Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Tonight.
Levis sets up to throw here. That one's taken in by Spears. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
Levis back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Now Levis. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Mike 46, Mike 46.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Patterson's kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 34.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They come up with one timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Throwing Tua. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10.
They're right here.
Tua.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Now 1st and goal. Here's Tua. They'll run. Achane.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Wright.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Levis and the Titans now
Down 28-24. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Like 5-4.
Levis. Pass complete. It's Adams.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Like 49.
Levis to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Levis. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here's 1st down.
Like 54.
Back to throw, Levis.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10.
Like 0. Like 0.
Here's Levis.
Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Levis. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Like 13. Like
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown.
The Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.